We are deeply honored to have with us Mr. Muralidharan Manigal, CEO of ICTAK, whose vision and leadership continue to inspire industry-focused learning and transformation. I am also delight, delighted to welcome our esteemed moderator, Mr. Riji N. Das, Head Knowledge Office, who will be guiding today's panel discussion with his expertise and insights. Our panel today comprises distinguished industry professionals, Mr. Ram Narayana Swamy K, Associate Architect, Reflections Infosystems, Ms. Soumya Mani, Delivery Manager, UST, Mr. Shin MV, Human Resource Manager, Nissan Digital India LLP, Mr. Shajilal Aziz, Director of Information Technology, Guidehouse. We are grateful to each of you for taking the time to share your knowledge, experiences, and perspectives with us. Earlier today, we had an insightful expert session on impactful presentation techniques, reinforcing the importance of effective communication in professional growth. Building on that foundation, this panel discussion offers a valuable opportunity for us to gain practical insights into industry expectations, career pathways, and workplace readiness. I encourage all participants to actively engage, ask questions, and make the most of this learning platform. Once again, I extend a warm welcome to everyone present and wish you all a highly enriching and inspiring session. Thank you.
Thank you, Gautam. We are honored to have with us a leader who has been instrumental in shaping industry-focused talent development initiatives.
We now invite Mr. Muralidharan Manigal, CEO ICTAK, to deliver the keynote address.
Good afternoon, all, and it's another exciting day. And I was here listening to Ms. Hima's session. It's good to see that nobody was sleeping, and it's also good to know that a lot of you want to ask questions, but very few questions came out from your side. Is that right? Is that right? Okay. So what happened in the last week? What happened in the last week? How many of you have, as a responsible Indian, how many of you have casted votes? Okay. So do you know what is the minimum? What is the minimum age to cast vote in India? Sure. Was it 18 when we formed? When we got independence? Yes. No. 21. It was 21. Okay. And when did that got changed to 18? Close, very close. 1989. Okay. So it was 21 years to cast the vote when we got independence. And after that, it got reduced to 18 years. Probably I lost my first vote when I was 18. Okay. So second is about, all of you got, those who casted vote, you got a mark. Correct? On your index finger. It's a semi-permanent ink mark to avoid fraudulent multi-voting, all those stuff, right? Did you get that? Okay. When was that introduced? It was introduced in 1962 in the general election for the first time in India. Okay. So when you look from 1962 to now, so we are one of the largest democracy using technology to drive and to manage the election with 1.4 billion people. Say about close to about 1 billion people are voting, or 80 lakh. So 80 crore people are voting across elections. So that we are managing in a span of few days. How that is getting achieved? So that is because of the use of technology. Okay. Over years, so you have not seen much of issues with elections, and most of the process related to elections are handled in a seamless manner. Be it say requesting for a public meeting, so they have to request to the election authorities, requesting for that say public meeting and getting approval. All those things are approved in an electronic manner. And like if they want to have some kind of procession, jada, whatever you call, so that again they need to get approval prior hand. Okay. And if they want to have some specific events organized, again they need to get approval. If they want to hire vehicle, again they need to get approval. All the things are handled in a seamless manner. I think this has been even Kerala or across India, this technology is getting adopted for a smoother execution of elections. So what means is IT is playing a pivotal role even in the elections too. Okay, so you would have heard about a person called Prashant Kishore. Have you heard about that person, PK Prashant Kishore? Yes, no? Who is he? He's a politician now, yes. Okay, but what is he famous for? Yeah, he was using technology, okay, to create, help the parties to win elections, okay, having the right campaign, okay, right messaging, okay, right publicity for the candidates and for the parties to win the elections. Again, how was he achieving that? That is again by use of technologies. So what we are doing here, so you are about 100 odd people are here. So most of you are working on the different technology areas, right? So be it data science, or be it vertical artificial intelligence, or be it full stack. So all these applications, end of the day, tomorrow will be getting used to address some of the challenges, right? So we have a forum, every month what we conduct is, we do have an opportunity for our learners to interact with the industry experts. And we are excited to have you all here, as part of this month's edition. And what they are going to, probably they'll be asking, hoping to get a lot of questions from the team. Okay, so what they want to understand is how they need to steer their career. What are the opportunities they have that? Okay, that's the kind of questions, and probably more questions will be coming from the audience side. Okay, and here what you have is an opportunity. Experts with strong expertise on HR, technology, architecture, delivery. Okay, this is a unique combination which you might come across in any of the organizations when you are having an opportunity to meet experts from all these streams. Okay, to understand, to clarify your queries, to seek advice on how to navigate your career, to pursue, to start, and to achieve your dreams. So this is one of the opportunity article we enable connecting the experts with the aspiring professionals. So thank you for having you all here. As part of this monthly sessions, and as we speak, say Kerala is driving a lot of initiatives in the growth in the IT sector. So you would have heard about one of the recent event organized by the Startup Mission, Huddle. How many of you heard about Huddle? How many of you heard about Startup Mission? How many of you have seen Startup Mission office in Travancore? How many of you have seen ICT office in ICT Academy office in Travancore? Yes. So then, if you have seen ICT Academy office, you can't miss Startup office because right in front of that. Okay. Otherwise, you don't look left and right and straight. Okay. This is right in front of that when you enter into the Tejasni building. Okay. So this is one of the event where a large number of startups, entrepreneurs, consultants, companies, international and national delegates meet in one place near the beach in Kovalam. Okay. So this is one of the, I would say, one of the largest beach huddle event across the globe. Okay. And that's happened last weekend. And there were a lot of startups demonstrated or showcased their products. Okay, and when you look at most of the startups, so most of the startups will be having young aspiring professionals. That is another career opportunity. You have the entrepreneurship. Okay, one is the career in established companies. Okay, one is driving, enabling opportunity for others. Okay, starting entrepreneurship. So that is another opportunity. A lot of startups are coming up in Kerala, and we are having one of the fastest growing startup ecosystem in the country. Around 7,000 plus startups are there, and we had the event last weekend. And the IT sector as a whole, so there is a lot of focus from the government the bureaucrats and the industry department, the IT department, to drive and to attract more and more larger, bigger companies into the state. So, how many of you heard about the term called GCC? How many of you heard about ENY, Alliance, Nissan Global? Yes. So Global Capability Center, I'm sure that some of them will touch upon as part of the discussions. So the larger global companies, if they want to have their capabilities by leveraging the expertise from other countries like India, they will establish a center here. They will use it, one for the capacity, second for driving the innovational initiatives. So most of the companies, around 1,800 global companies, have established such global capability centers in India. So in Kerala, when you look at now, it's around 40 odd companies, 40 odd global capability centers are having presence in Kerala. So we are aiming to increase that to 150 in the coming couple of years' time. So there is a lot of discussions are happening with a lot of larger companies. So what it means is that there are potentially a lot of opportunities coming up in the coming years. Along with that, a lot of infrastructural development from the IT, technology park, info park, they are enhancing the availability of the space to attract more and more companies are happening. Okay, all these initiatives, along with the administrative and bureaucratic support, is helping us in getting more companies in the coming years, potentially more job opportunities, more exciting and interesting job opportunities for you all. So in that context, it's very important to understand that how do you need to start, how do you need to steer your career. Probably this is one of the opportunity to get an interaction with the experts. So looking forward to the wonderful interaction, and thank you once again for taking your time out from your busy schedule, and looking forward to the wonderful interaction from all of you. Thank you, Hima, once again.
Thank you, Murli sir, for the inspiring keynote.
We now move on to the industry readiness panel discussion, where experienced professionals will share insights on career readiness, industry expectations, and professional growth.
The session will be moderated by Mr. Riji Endas, Head Knowledge Office.
Let us introduce our esteemed panelists. Mr. Narayana Swamy K, Associate Architect, Reflections Infosystems. As a software architect at Reflections Infosystems, he designs scalable high-performance digital solutions by combining modern web technologies with AI. His expertise includes microservices, robust UI frameworks, and AI-driven integrations using Node.js, React, and platforms like OpenAI and Azure OpenAI. He also did architecture reviews, mentored teams, and promoted best practices to drive technical excellence and innovation. We welcome you, sir. Ms. Soumya Mani, Delivery Manager, UST. Soumya Mani has extensive experience in retail and is currently a delivery manager leading various modernization and infrastructure engagements at UST. Soumya is passionate about contributing to the thought leadership in the retail space by involving domain-specific trainings and newsletters. Her contributions have earned her the prestigious title of the Associate of the Year 2024 at UST, and she is a co-member of the Network of Women's US Associates. Soumya is committed to creating inclusive and equitable spaces with a healthy work-life balance for all. We welcome you, ma'am. Mr. Shin MV, Human Resource Manager, Nissan Digital India LLP. Experienced HR professional with 15 plus years in the performance management, total rewards, talent management, and HR systems. Proven in driving employee engagement, building HR functions, and aligning HR strategy with business goals. Strong leader with international experience in Japan and expertise in greenfield projects and GCC setup. Proficient in Workday, Adrenaline, and ServiceNow. We welcome you, sir. Mr. Shajilal Aziz, Director of Information Technology Guidehouse. Technology executive with 22 plus years of experience in IT strategy, governance, operations, security, and service management. Proven leader in business innovation, RPA, enterprise applications, and IT optimization, aligning technology with business goals while managing global IT strategy, budgets and operations to drive growth and competitive advantage. We welcome you, sir. Now we invite the moderator and panelists to take the stage and begin the discussion.
Okay, good afternoon to all and warm welcome to everyone. And thank you for accepting our invitation and be here. And the higher level introduction of yours is already been done. And for all the participants, what you have here is 75 years of experience sitting together. Okay, so make full use of their experience. And before starting, I would like to tell one incident that happened early in the 2009, I believe. It happened in one of the IIMs, one of the prestigious IIMs in the country. The occasion was the graduation ceremony. A person from the US was addressing the audience, and once after completing his speech, he opened the forum for discussion. And one young gentleman stood up and asked this question, like, we just completed and about to enter the field of marketing. We completed business administration. We are already having 30 years of experience. Now, what is the difference between you and us? Question seems to be very simple, right? And then he thought for a while and said, if I am asking you to prepare a 30-page document, a project proposal, and submit it to me, I could able to convert that 30-page document into a single-page document without losing any of the essence of the content of the document. That is what 30 years of experience is all about. And everyone was clapping, appreciating. Now you think the same job can be done by a ChatGPT kind of a tool in seconds right now. Now we have to redefine what is the 30 years of experience or 15 years of experience or 10 years of experience. So we'll be hearing that how these individuals are doing that transformation and the kind of experience they have, what the hard work they have already been done, and how it is being redefined now with the technology transformation. And I will be starting the initial discussions and will be opening the forum to you. Are you ready to be part of the discussion, right? Not only just being listening, but being asking questions, okay? All right. There will be maybe 3 iterations that we will be doing. And first of all, just I wanted you to tell about your current role and what are the different activities you are doing in current role, and some of the out of all the different activities you do, one thing that you are very, very passionate of doing. Okay. Okay. Start with Ram.
Hello. I think it is working. It's a great honor and pleasure to meet you all. I believe that these guys are going to be the next Elon Musk, or maybe Tim Cook, or maybe a guy who is going to be change the industry with a tool or something. So I would like to introduce myself. I'm Ramkumar Narayan Swamy. I'm an associate architect who is working with Reflections Infosystems, a company who is more focused into innovation and pioneering more strategic stuff, especially with AI and other tools. So if you ask me about how my roles and what I do mostly I do the architecture level stuffs using designing the system for the customers who is coming, and they comes with this problem and we have to sort it out for them in the level of technical. So maybe we rely on different tech stacks, which is actually for the front end and for the back end and for the AI stuff and for the cloud natives and all those things. Yeah, that's it about myself. And are you expecting anything more from top of it? Mostly, I spend a lot of time to learning the AI stuff and trying to innovate some new tools, which I can't really tell over here. We are trying to build some new tools, and we are exploring more into the AI side, which is going to be helpful for the humankind. That's what actually I can tell you now. I'm sorry for that.
Thank you, Ram. Ram represents Reflections Infosystem, and the Reflections is being a very good companion for ICT Academy, and we do a lot of handshaking in a lot of activities, industry forums, and some interactions with our internal team as well. So moving to Soumya, UST is part of ICT Academy's formation, one of the partners of ICT Academy. And then since our inception in 2014, USB has been involved in ICT Academy's all activities. So coming to you, so first of all, you have to tell about your roles, and you have to add one more thing. 20 years in the same organization, especially in IT, it's a very, very unique thing, and you have to tell what actually keeps you in university.
Thank you, Vijay. Extremely honored to be here. Thank you for the opportunity. I'm Soumya. My core job description is about managing delivery in the retail domain, bringing in thought leadership to the retail space. But in addition to that, what excites me and keeps me passionate are many other things in the organization. I am part of the network of women new associates Navyu team at Trivandrum. I am part of the Trivandrum leadership team, which gives great many opportunities to get involved with a lot of activities happening in the Trivandrum Center. And I'm also part of the thought leadership in retail. I'm working on retail solutioning at the CEO's office. And I get to have great many conversations with the customers at a CXO level. So these are things that, amongst many others, that keep me passionate and going. And it's been 22 plus years with UST, and there has never been a boring day in my life. So I have had great many varied experience, being at on-site, customer interaction, being part of business delivery, domain-related activities. So if we are passionate about what we do, and if we love what we do, I believe there is never a boring day. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So, and then Shilpa, your center head, was attending one of our earlier versions. I asked the same question. Shilpa is also having 25 plus years in USD. And there are a lot of individuals like this in the same company. So right now, when we discuss with individuals, especially youngsters, they may say that, oh, I will be in the company for 2 years and then I have a plan. A lot of questions. And then I'm not saying that which is right or which is wrong, but we also have to get such insights from those who are having a long run at some of these organizations. And we will coming back and asking more questions on this. Okay, thank you. And Shajilal, so you can start your journey, like what you are currently doing, and then.
Yeah, so very excited to see all the new faces here. My name is Shajilal. I take care of the IT and cybersecurity for Guidehouse India. I don't know whether you guys have heard about Guidehouse. Guidehouse is not very openly famous across in Trivandrum, but we work from the US segment. We primarily work on US public sector business, so national defense and security, entirely on US. It doesn't come to India, but done on US. And like Murli sir said, so Guidehouse India is a global capability center for Guidehouse US. We are around 6,000 plus in India here. So the one question which I had was like passionate about what you do. So every day, I have been in this organization for almost 13 years. I worked across India, but I joined the same organization 13 years back in Kerala, and I have now moved from here. So like Soumya said, like you're passionate about what you do. Every day you wake up and see, and you look forward to go to the office. Okay, and there are a couple of things. Either one is primarily your culture in the office, your colleagues in the office. Second is what you do, right? Do you have anything new to do today? So that's where you don't get bored and feel going to office every day. Thanks.
Yes, Shaji, accepting that point, like, so right now most of you thinking about getting into a job, and sometimes we feel that that's the most difficult thing. But the most difficult thing in the world is not getting into something, and being in the job or enjoying the job is the most difficult thing. I think that is, we all are seeing the same thing through Sanju Samson. He's getting into the team, and being in the team is the most difficult thing, and he's also doing the same thing. Okay, so coming to the last person in the round, yeah, Sheen, your current role as well as something that you cherish about the current role.
Hello. Before even I start, I got an opportunity to witness the last few slides of ma'am. It was really wonderful. And if any one of you have missed it, and if there is a recording available, please do watch it. I can relate 100%. It is applicable for each one of us when you are really getting into the industry. Really, I wish I would have been there since you start the presentation. Really nice, ma'am. Thank you. And before I start my introduction, I wanted to thank Ashwati, who invited us for this event, and wonderful to be part of the dais. Thank you. A short about me. Maybe someone of you would have gone through my profile already, but I will start with my personal. I'm with two daughters. One is in the 7th standard. The other one is in the 3rd standard. 3 years old. And interestingly, my wife is also from the HR side. She's also working in one of the IT company in Travancore. Coming to my professional journey, I started my basically I studied in Chennai, and there I started my career as well in the recruitment space, then moved to HR operations. Then I moved to HR business partnering, lean process improvement, and organization development. And I did touched on, or maybe I could got a chance to work on different areas in the HR, total rewards, and performance management and development, HR system implementation, policy management, and so on, right? So a small organization like Nissan, like UST, and big organization do have different SMEs, but Nissan do have about 300 employees, so we get to work in multiple areas. That is the advantage of working in small setup development companies. That is it about me. I wanted to learn more through these discussions and panel interactions. And I'm so happy that I can interact with you and share my little bit of knowledge and experiences. Looking forward to have this wonderful panel discussion. Thank you. Thank you for inviting.
Yeah. Thank you, Shane. Okay, thank you so much. Initially, so you was referring that this is actually a very unique panel, that we have expertise in different levels. An architect is sitting here, and a recruiter is sitting on the other side with the delivery manager and the IT director. And let me tell you one thing, this audience are a mix, some of the participants are enrolled to cybersecurity pro course, and this course is actually a 3+1 4 months duration, and they will be learning and the tools, the technique, and everything in the 3 months time, and doing a capstone project at the end. After that, they have an opportunity to do an internship for another month's time. And so our expectation is that during this period, they will be able to have 1-2 iterations of the life cycle, and then have some exposure to the real industry problem. So this, apart from cybersecurity, we have participants from data science and machine learning. There are also the teaching and learning experience revolves around the life cycle. And finally, full stack as well as SDET. SDET is actually a new course that we have introduced recently. We actually transformed our software testing course into a SDET course. I just briefed you in the beginning, and USD was helping us in drafting the curriculum and reviewing it, everything. But let me, in this round, I'll be talking more about the transformation. And since when I started, I talked about the transformation. A lot of changes are being happening. We would like to hear about the changes happening from these industry leaders. Let me start with Shajila. So you, from an enterprise IT experience, you will be able to see all the stacks and all the technology from your side. From a prediction perspective, we may not be able to predict for long, but in the long run, maybe from the next 1 or 2 years time. So what you see, which are the top 3 job roles, which is offering more jobs and opportunities?
Yes. I think almost all of us know the first part, right? AI and machine learning. So we would, say in our organization, we call it as data and AI. So without data, there is no AI, and vice versa. So only just with data you can't do anything.
So I would say data and AI is primary part where there is a lot of opportunities coming up. So if you go through ChatGPT or Google, you can see that Gartner has predicted like around in 2028, around 33% of the enterprise apps that we are using will be embedded with agentic AI. And within AI, there are a lot of things, and you're doing the generative AI. So we are moving into agentic AI where maybe in the very near future when you join an organization, you might have a AI as a colleague or an agent AI as a colleague. So Guidos as such also are like looking into various AI opportunities. That's one part. Second, like we have discussed here, cyber security. So as and when you see new technologies getting adopted, you would need a secure environment, you would need a data privacy. So cyber security and information security is long run in this opportunity list. Like, I mean, maybe from last 2 decades, that's also in the top 3 list. So cybersecurity plus AI operations, right? So when a lot of AI tools are being developed, we need people to run these tools. So that is where we call this AI ops, where we need engineers, we need infrastructure engineers to actually deploy AI tools, manage the AI tools, secure the AI tools. Those are the things. I think I covered most of the part.
Okay, all right. So
Yeah.
note it down like AI is one side, cyber security. So let me have a connection question to Ram. So let me, yeah, okay. So using it here also, the course is a hands-on. So everybody learns. They learn by doing. And when you look at the entire life cycle, whether it is a data science life cycle or a cyber security life cycle or a full stack life cycle, there are various stages, and in all these stages, we do have an opportunity to use AI. Okay, so then I would like to know from a reflection perspective or your personal perspective, and what is your advice to the larger group, like where you would like to start using the AI and where you should not use AI?
That's actually an interesting question, and I got this question when I was having a internal connect as well. So when to use AI? So I think many of you guys are using AI in every day, just doing the small task in your daily life as well. The same goes within your development activities or in the software field as well. You can start with the AI at the very early stage, but don't 100% rely on AI. It have a chance to hallucinate as well. Do you guys got what I meant? You will be asking your question. It is going to give you an answer, which is not going to be 100% sure. So in the meantime, you have to search. AI is still relevant, which can help you to write the code or maybe try to learn something new. But in the meantime, internet in the sense the blog post or the sessions like this is still very relevant. It gives more context, like Sir said, the job opportunities, which is actually 100% correct. Actually, thank you for that. Actually, you have explained it very well. So in your day-to-day life or in SDLC life, you have to use AI tools in every day, every time. But in the meantime, you have to make sure that the answer is correct using browsing through the internet, especially with the blog posts and all other stuff. And does that answer your question? Maybe.
Yeah, you mentioned coding is one place where you can use code. Where should not use code? Use AI?
Yeah. So in the entire SDLC, you will be start collecting the requirement. That is one place you can using AI. So you may have a customer. You can ask them you can gather the information and you can use ChatGPT. That is one tool which is everybody is relying on, and there is multiple tools actually. Cloud is one of them. I think Cloud you guys are using, right? Gemini is one of them. Perplexity is one of them. Notebook LLM from GPT is one of them. Sorry, Google is another one. And there is a bunch of other tools which is actually customized and built by companies like Jira, who is actually writing and taking notes on the writing the descriptions or acceptance criteria. That's what we call. That is one place you can use the AI. When it comes into the coding, previously, or maybe years back, we were using ChatGPT, asking some questions. It is giving some answers, and we were just simply copying and pasting it in somewhere in the code and going through the mistakes. And again, we are iterating it, correcting it. So always try to understand what the entire picture is. Like she said, always try to understand what you are going to build, even if you are just going to do the front end, or even if you are just going to the back end, whatever it is. In the AI side, you can rely on still, like I said, you can use the AI tools to design the DB system. Still, you can use the AI tools to then start with the development or whatever it is. I believe that you guys are using, started building some stuff to build the prototypes like coding or designing. Any UI, UX enthusiasts over here? Any code geeks in the front end, back end, AML? Nobody is there, huh? That's fine.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. So waiting for your question. Yeah, Joe.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, very much.
My question is for Soumya ma'am. As you said, you have joined various leadership programs and you are part of it. So as we are students right now, is there any opportunity to join in this and get guidance from top professionals like you?
Definitely. I think there are a lot of mentorship programs, and we can look at working out something, Joe. And one thing that I would like to add in addition to all these points, right, that were mentioned. So I understand you are in some way or the other involved with programming, right? In our leadership team, our CEO always states that any organization is now looking not just for programmers but for super programmers. In the sense, right, AI can only replace you only if you're writing the code that that can be automated. But there are so many things beyond what an AI can do. Who gives instructions to the AI to get the code generated? There has to be someone who has to validate the code that is getting generated. So there is this concept called pair programming, right? Wherein you give instructions to the system, validate what the system is generating, and work alongside AI to make sure it generates at a faster pace. And in general, the industry is now excited with Gen AI, and there are a lot more opportunities the way we see it, because a lot more organizations, customers are now enthusiastic about modernizing their system, and engagements that have been shelved for long because it is so tedious and difficult to get accomplished are being taken out, because they now understand the power of Gen AI, and they see that the tasks or activities or the engagements that they initially predicted that it would take 15 years to get done can now get done in 3 to 5 years because of the capability that Gen AI brings in. So there is a lot of scope out there, lot of opportunities. We just have to make use of it.
Okay, thank you. Anybody want to raise your hand? I'll wait for some time. Okay, let me go to the next round. So here, actually, we would like to know about some of the skill expectation as well as the common challenges that. So let me start with Shajilal first. So you have 20 plus years of experience, and might have seen a lot of young graduates coming, performing, and even though time changes, something which cannot change. So can you tell some of the common mistakes still the freshers are making, even in your entire life cycle?
I don't want to get beaten up, so I don't say it as a mistake, but I mean, we have seen a lot of freshers in our organizations also. I mean, both on the development side as well as on the infra side. I mean, technically or technology-wise, I mean, all of them are coming up with great capabilities and new skills and new fresh approach in various options. So there are a few things which I would like to state here. One is like you need to learn that the only constant in life is change. So we have seen COVID coming up. So the companies who have adopted to the changes, or the people who have adopted to the changes, have survived. I mean, both in COVID and now you have the AI disruption. So AI also, I mean, we need to adapt to the change. We need to quickly learn the new technologies. I mean, adapt to the new changes, and that's one thing that we need to take it up very seriously. The second I would say is like in the initial 3 years, or like 2 to 3 years of your career, you should really look into learning new things, or like we'll call it as aggressive learning. So that 3 years is where you don't get into any of the I would call it as office politics or anything other than learning. So stick to that learning for the 3 years, and then gradually you will see the growth happening to you. I mean, it is automatic. I mean, if you prove your value to the organization, you can stay in the organization for 10, 20, or up to your retirement. You will definitely get those opportunities in every organization. The third thing which we have seen recently, or I mean, we have seen in the career is like hopping the jobs, right? I mean, we have seen like in the initial stage when you choose a job. I mean, I would call it my earlier career. I used to say that my office is my second home. So because you spend 8 to 10 hours every day, mostly like 5 days a week. And when I started my work, I was like working 6 days a week. So now it is 5 days a week, but it was like 8 to 10 hours in an office means that's your second home, definitely. So you have to be what do you call, like you have to build a relationship with the organization, with the colleagues. So that is where you tend to grow. Then we discussed about mentorship. So Ajay, I think you asked about mentorship. So when you join an office, right, when you join a new organization, you have to look for a mentor. So it's ideal that when you start interacting with with your colleagues, with your seniors, you will see someone who is very passionate in training you. You have to go and find that person. You have to ask that question to him, get his experience, learn from his experience. That is where you grow. If you wait for the mentor to come and reach out to you, it may happen, may not happen. So I'll stop it there.
Yeah, this is the same answer actually we heard from many, like when work from home transition happened. And one of the most difficult thing that most of the leaders as the managers faced is like how to mentor the team. And that's, even though they have a virtual connect, a physical connect, a coffee with the team members is always helps. So once you have a two option to choose from work from home complete or hybrid option, these answers says that go with the second one. All right, thank you. So let me move to Shane. Like, so most of the time when you go for recruitment or selecting the team members, first of all, from the account team, there's your job description. And then on the other side, the company have a policy, like what are our expectations for our employee. And from an individual perspective, so what you add on top of that? So what is one skill or quality that you look from the person who recruit to your company?
Yeah, thank you for this.
Is it an easy question or a difficult question?
I don't know. No, I am just kidding. And I will make maybe a little more relevant to the audience,
Yeah.
right? Does anyone had a work experience?
Not necessarily. They may be,
Maybe.
most of them are freshers.
Yeah. So resume is almost like, you know, it should reflect something like a shop window, right? Did you get it? What I'm trying to say? So it should reflect the good products of you, in nutshell. A customer, maybe your employer, should really get attracted to your CV. That means a person is going through and you have a shop, and if that need to reflect all your good products, right? All your good quality works or your portfolios on your skills, everything should reflect in your CV. Now, what need to be very careful about, don't fake yourself, right? It is very easy for a HR or a recruiter to get to know what is the difference of an experienced person versus a fresher versus a person who have gone through different certifications like you. They have been seen a lot of n number of CVs every day, right? When a fresher job openings are posted, thousands of CVs do comes every day, right? Sometimes we do not, the system itself do not show us a lot of CVs. That is the way of inflows. So do not fake ethics, most important, but you would need to reflect a lot of your good works. Now, what is most challenging? Let's accept that we are all freshers, right? And it's really highly competitive. Now, what you can reflect in your CV is what you need to think about. A fresher CV might look a lot of less in content oriented, right? Because you did not have so many work experience and projects, etc. But what are some things you can look into? Create your projects. I think you can create projects and publish in GitHub.
Okay.
Yeah. So do that work. Showcase what the outcomes that you have generated, and it's completely okay if that work is unfinished. But share the fact what effort you have made, right? Now, what other things you can contribute into the CV, right? Your extracurricular activities, right? Have you been part of any of the clubs that your colleges, and are you been part of any of the volunteering activities? Are you been part of any of the networking events? All these small elements will add on the way in which the recruiter sees your profile versus those who have not done anything, right? Academics, it's okay, but not everybody can get into tier 2 tier 1 institute, right? Some of us maybe not studied in those premier institutes. So what are those points which we can look out is something that you create your own portfolio and display it. And practice is the most powerful one. And the only thing is that we don't get to or we do not get lot of interview chances. The moment you get it, grab it, right? And when that opportunity knocks, you should be ready to grab that opportunities. One is that you do mock interviews. I do not know if ICT organize any mock interviews. Do mock interviews. Practice inside your home. Talk in front of the mirror. Nothing wrong. That is the only way you can do it. Otherwise, a lot of people who are doing it already will grab the opportunity. Now, one thing you can definitely look on: build your resume in such a way that you create your project and publish it. Give the link in your CVs. Add on skills, different skills. One is the digital technology skills, all that Ram was talking about, and ma'am would have talked about your soft skills. Build on it, practice on it. It is most important, because the reason you will get maybe 30 minutes or 40 minutes to get to an interview, right? Interview is like a first date. Has anyone gone for a first date? No? It's weird. The first impression matters, right? Now, if you fumble, if you all that you need to speak will be inside your heart, right? What if it doesn't come out? What if it doesn't come out, right? Or you are not able to articulate the way in which you're supposed to, right? So that is what makes each one of us perfect. There is something called skill versus knowledge, right? The skill is something what you apply the knowledge into, right? You have all your Java front end, all those kind of things. So how do you apply that into the practical situation is most important. Now prepare. I just wanted to summarize. Prepare your CVs. Let that be attractive, but do not fake it. It is very easy to find out. Now be in the forums you can be as much as possible, and practice. These things will definitely make you a good candidate. Is what I
Okay.
feel.
I think well said. Like, thank you. Okay. So let me come to Soumya. Like, from a skill perspective, I'm asking it from a skill perspective, both the tech as well as from the soft skill side. So, what are your top three skills in these two categories you expect from the new entrants?
Yeah, from a skill perspective, my number one is always communication. Um, so communication is very, very important when it comes to being in the IT industry, any industry for that matter, but more so in the IT industry, because that is a skill that has to be developed, and there is no 100% perfection there. Right? We have to keep building on it. We have to keep improving it. There are so many small aspects when it comes around communication, which is listening is also part of communication, and it is not just talking. It is about how the other person perceives you, right? What is the message that you're conveying, reaching the other person the right way, is what you're trying to communicate in a way that the other person understands, or if it is to a group, does a group understand? And are you listening to what is discussed in the room? And there are other aspects to it also when it comes to emails and discussions, putting together minutes of meeting. How are we documenting whatever is communicated in a professional context? How are we following the etiquettes of emails, room conversations, discussions? So overall, communication is one aspect that everybody has to focus on and make sure it is not just speaking eloquent English. Please don't get me wrong. Communication is not that, as far as I am concerned. It is about ensuring that the essence of what we are trying to say reaches the other person. And especially in the IT industry, it's not just face-to-face communication. There are multiple modes of communication, because whenever we have a room, we spoke about GCC, right, in the beginning of our conversation. So the setup of IT industry now is such that even though all the teams may be in India for us, none of the teams, it's very rare that all the teams are co-located. So we have different centers within India, and we'll have to have, most of the time it's virtual meetings. So how are we ensuring that the communication reaches to every member in the team? And how do we put those thoughts together so when we call for a meeting, are we having a proper agenda? And are we putting together, are we walking away from the meeting with an end in mind? Are we sticking to the context of the meeting? All these, and there are many more. So I'm just telling whatever comes to my mind. So these are all parts of communication. So this is very important. And the second skill that I would say is the technical or the domain area that you're working on. So it's very, very important that we are skilled upon what we are doing, right? And it is not just a one-time activity where you fill it, shut it, and forget it. It is like a lifelong learning. And as many others have spoken today, if we look at it over the years, there is always a technology disruptor every few years. We saw IoT, we saw blockchain, we saw cybersecurity. There's always a new RPA was a, so there's always a new tech that is coming in every few years. So unless we are up to speed and learning whatever is there in the coming in the industry, and the Gen AI has been incubating for so many years now, and now that it is the excitement of the industry, we'll have to be up to speed and be on top of it. That is the second skill. And the third is about the attitude that we have. So that I still stick to that, the first point that I mentioned. So that attitude is the balance in the scale that can offset whatever shortcomings we have. So not everybody will be perfect in everything, but attitude is that one factor that can balance the equation. And we have seen so many people who have grown to great heights, who may not have been technically very capable or strong in the beginning, but just because of the attitude that they have come into the industry with, they have been able to scale up and grow to a greater height. So I would rate it so. Thank you.
All right, thank you. So communication, attitude, and then you pick the tech, whatever tech that you wanted to have. Thank you, Soumya. So coming to Ram, though you joined us or started your career as a full front-end developer, then transitioned to a full-stack developer, and now we would like to know from your side, like, what the out of the syllabus thing that you studied or practiced during your career made you to sit here.
Uh, so actually, I didn't start my career as a programmer. I started my career as a UX designer, and I was working with a company called Upshologic. That's in the Technopark itself. It's in the Gayatri building. I think it's in the third floor. I started my career as a UX designer, just a graphic designer using Photoshop and all those things. And at some point, still I love to do that, and I'm a photography enthusiast as well, and mostly focusing into the macro photography. At some point, I realized UX is not for me because it's very hard. Honestly, it's very hard. And I don't know anything apart from that. And I started looking in and observing other people, and I understood that they were doing something else, which is actually a little bit interesting more than like in the UI UX. And I started learning into the programming, like into the front end actually I started with, and then I moved into the back end purely into JavaScript, and then I moved into the DB side, and then I moved into the cloud and AI stuff. That's what actually I'm mostly focusing now today. So I just would like to give you a thought what I had in my mind. Like she said, every 1 year or 2 year or 3 year, industry is changing, technology stack is changing. Maybe when I start, nobody is caring about that front end stack, and now it is actually one of the most prominent stack in the full stack environment and in any of the industries or any of the application development as well. So keep learning, consistently learning, try to master it. You are not going to get an answer for when you stuck with some issues or some kind of bugs or whatever it is. You have to explore, like I said, use some Google blogs or something and try to master the developer tools. I believe that you people are aware about developer tools, right? The full stack engineers must be aware about how to use the developer tool, how to debug, how to put that logs, and how to figure it out. So that is actually also not going to give a 100% accurate answer for you, but still you are learning something. Even if you are making mistake, you are learning something. Maybe after a few days or a week or a month, it will give you will go through the same kind of or similar kind of scenario again. So it is actually not a kind of mistake from your end. You are trying to learn something. Even if something is breaking, you are learning actually something new. So I always tell my colleagues, try to learn something new all the time, even if it is front end, back end, API side, or the cloud infra side, or maybe the AI side, whatever it is. So AI side, I think many of you guys are writing code in Python, right? And you don't need to go and start building something called some LLMs, like large language models, or maybe you want to build if you can go ahead for it. But still, most of us are relying on the open source tools like large LLMs or SLMs, small LLMs, and we are relying on some frameworks like a LangChain or whatever, LangFuse or other tools as well. There is a lot of frameworks as well which you have to learn. So consistently learn, keep learning, don't stop learning. If you are not able to understand, there is a lot of YouTube tutorials are available. There is a lot of people who is in the market is actually happy to help you as well. You can search them in the LinkedIn or Reddit or in GPT also. You can ask these questions. So always I tell, consistently keep trying to learn. Try to practice it. Always try to practice it. Then only you will master on it. So that's all I am here today.
Yeah, thank you. Learn, practice, collaborate, communicate. So these are some of the keywords that I heard from the panel. So now, end up on So now, like, okay, we feel free.
So, my name is Prince. So, I want to ask Shajilal sir. So, from your perspective, what will impress you as a fresher? What will impress you mainly through projects? If you see, I mean, if you have seen anything in previous, so
But
Sure. So whatever that you have heard here, right? It all applies. So I would say, like from a project perspective, if you ask me, like Shin said, right? You should not fake in your resume with your projects. We have seen a lot of resumes coming in with projects which the when we ask certain questions, I mean, they are not part of that project, or they just say, okay, I was part of this, I was part of that. So, I mean, right now, right in the new technology firm, I mean, the new era, you don't have to put anything on your resume, right? You can publish your code or whatever project that you have done in GitHub. You can put that link. Every interview that you're going to attend will have a computer or a laptop in front of there. They can open it up and see. So that's where you have to showcase your skill. That's what I would look for in this era. I mean, earlier we used to dig deep into the resume and ask questions, but right now we focus on seeing whether you are really done it, and then all the other things like attitude, your communication, all that definitely matters.
So I'm just curious, like what is the one project you have been impressed by?
For me, I have seen a lot of projects. So if I want to recall, I have seen certain things on IoT, Internet of Things. Certain projects like I've seen recently one of our, I've interacted with one of similar like your batch people. I've seen one, I mean, 3 persons were there. So they have developed a, I mean, not sure whether from if you go to a market perspective it will work out or not, but the project that they have said is, say if you go and go into a petrol pump, right, and pour petrol or diesel in your vehicle, so you are always having a doubt, like whether you have asked for like 1 liter, whether they have poured 1 liter or not. You always have that question. So they have developed a platform where you can use flow controller, but I mean, you have to put that flow controller in the in the diesel tank or the petrol tank, and then that flow controller will analyze and tell you on the fly on your dashboard of your vehicle whether it has been 1 liter or whether it is only 500 ml. So that's one of the projects that I have recently seen. These are all solving real-time problems, right? Like that guy has faced that issue. He has fought with a petrol pump guy, and he wanted to build that for everyone.
Thank you.
One thing I would definitely tell you, when you wanted to talk about a career, right? As Swamy was saying and Sir and Ram was saying, right? It's a little complicated, right? There is no shortcut to build a right career, right? But we know what are those foundations we need, right? We need to be very, very clear about it. To make it more simple, let's assume the career is our house, the house which we wanted to build. The strong foundation will be the core skills. As Soumya said, the communication skill. I'm talking about from the fresher standpoint, right? Not maybe really relevant to a seasoned professional. For the freshers and who wanted to build a real good career, right? Communication and your adaptability, your flexibility, your ethics, your emotional intelligence, your teamwork. These make a very strong foundation. That is one. Now, when we say about house, you definitely need a walls, right? Take that as your technical skills, all your Javas and Pythons and all that kind of thing. That is definitely required. And you need your roof, maybe again nothing new, like your adaptability and your again flexibility. All those kind of things will add on. Few elements which ma'am was talking about. We built a house, right? Now it need to be attracted to your maybe the employer who is maybe your neighbor or anyone else, for example. How it will be attractive? You need to have a nice paint in it, right? That is the soft skills you need now, because if that doesn't there, then people will ask, oh, what this house is, right? Whatever the foundation you have, doesn't really care about it. Now you build a house and you are living in it, let's say 5 years or 10 years. What if you do not maintain it, right? So that is the learnability. You need to keep learning, as Ram was saying, right? He started his career in UX, really amazing. Now a UX guy is sitting here as an architect. He would have put a lot of effort in it. It's not so simple, but see the journey he's gone through. UX and front end similar. Then he learned something else to be a solid architect. So it's all clubbed together make a good career, right? So when you wanted to switch, the big effort you have taken is that you have taken a decision to start your career in the IT side. That's a very strong decision. It's not easy, right? You have made it, and so proud of you. Now only thing is that whatever I said, you need to practice. There is not shortcut, right? And the openings, as I said, big companies do hire a lot of people, but you need to see where you wanted to learn and land also. And to pick that opportunity, you need to be ready. Now, what the challenge in front of you is that a lot of maybe tech guys are, or maybe from the IT background guys are waiting. Now, why should a hiring manager or a recruiter should go for you? Right now, that is what I started my conversation. You build your projects, showcase it, and let that have a value, as like sir is impressed with one of the projects, right? And be part of some of the initiatives, clubs, because you might have a duration until you get a job, right? Equip in some or the other activities. So those will make you a stronger person to get selected in the IT side. Does that help you?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay. All of them are Gen Zs, and there is a Gen Z element into the panel discussion. So I'm inviting Ashwati, and they wanted to ask you something. Okay. It's nothing but it's a rapid fire round with maybe 3 questions.
Hi, I'm Ashwati. I'm a data science intern here. This is we are planning to do a rapid fire section. I hope you know what it is. You have to. I have some cards here. You have to pick randomly 3 cards from this, and there will be questions, and I will be asking you that. You don't have to overthink. You have to answer quickly. The first instincts of your thought. Okay. So first we are going with you.
He picked. Read the other side.
So this is the first question. If you could dedicate a day to something, what would you dedicate it to?
For my kids.
Okay. That was very quick. We need this kind of answer. When was the last time you were really proud of yourself, and why?
Little touching though, but I'll try to cover it very quick. I said about my third child, right? I was the only one in the hospital to look after my wife's delivery, and the delivery is over, and the baby and the mom was in the hospital bed, and they finally wanted to discharge the baby. It was in the midnight, and they called me. I was half asleep in the room. They called me, and I was standing in front of the nurse, and they were asking. I went there and said I wanted to collect my baby and my wife too. Then the a sister asked, "Monday വീട്ടിൽ വേറെ ആരുമില്ലേ?" And I said, no, everything is me. But for my first elder daughter, she is now 13. there were a lot of people around. I got a luxury to. I was then in Chennai, and my whole family was there, and I did not do anything for that matter. Now changing diaper and taking no every I was really enjoying it, and I could see a lot of difference. But I really like those moments.
Yeah. So the next question is, if you could meet anyone in the world, who would it be and why?
Interesting one. I never thought about it. Could be. I wanted to meet my mother's mother.
Okay.
She is no more now, but I wanted to spend some time with her.
Yeah. So it was nice. Give a applause to him. So now it's your turn. If you could know anything about your future, what would it be?
I think the same, like what I am doing now, be in a IT profession.
You are not curious about your future. You want to know something.
Oh, I want to.
If you could know anything about your future, what would it be?
No, I think I'm pretty clear about my future. So
Okay.
I generally think about today. So
Okay. What do you think is the coolest invention?
coolest invention? Yeah, I would say motor vehicle,
Okay.
bike.
What is something that you wish could come true? In any aspect.
Okay, so I wanted to visit a lot of places, so across the world, but time and things are very difficult. So I would say, I mean, if I get a wish, I would ask for like a 1 year vacation from my office and travel the world.
Okay, that was very nice. Give someone in this room advice that will help them in some way. Like you all been giving advices in like
Specific advice. Just give 200% or 500% or 1000%, the maximum that you can in the beginning of your career, and then it will become a habit. Because that is what helps you sustain in the industry and takes you forward.
Which 3 words do you think best describes you?
Positive, cheerful, self-motivated.
This is a little an interesting question. If you were an author, what would you write about?
I don't write much, but if I were an author, I would like to, rather than a huge, novel or a single book, I like reading shorter, motivational anecdotes, some small stories, because I still feel those small stories that we used to read from our childhood, right? It still inspires me. I read sometimes when I go between the rooms or something, I take a quick grab at some of the books that my children read, and there are things which is like a quick bite that we get, but still that is motivational enough for everyday reading. That is what I would do.
Okay,
Thank you.
that was very insightful. We get to know you more personally. What is something you have been wanting to do but you have not done it?
Like sir said, I want to travel for 2-3 years. I'm not joking. Seriously, I want to explore more into the photography, especially into the macro. Like I said, I'm more into the macro photography, especially into the frogs and the snakes, the pit vipers. So I want to explore, but it can take a year, maybe 2 years. And I want to motorcycle, car driving. I'm enthusiast in that areas as well. But unfortunately, I don't have any other money, so I have to.
What is something you are good at and that you could teach someone else?
Maybe I say photography. So photography. So I would like to teach someone else, but don't ask me, okay?
If you could invent anything, what would you create?
Maybe some super agent, coding AI super agent.
Okay.
So something it is actually going to be helpful for the human.
That was the section. It was very we get to know more thing about them. Before the section, it was all about industry things, industry readiness, tech things, and all of that. And these sections we had something more personal or out of box things, and that's it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Luckily, I didn't get any cards. One closing remarks from your side. Start with you, Shan.
Nothing. I think ICT is organizing really good events that will be useful for each one of you. I believe you have. I hope you all had a great takeaways from here. Wishing you all a great year ahead and Merry Christmas in advance. And thank you for listening to us all this while. Yeah, good luck to each one of you. Thank you.
Yeah, so Shachi.
So I would say that you guys are very lucky to have an organization like ICT Academy, because when we were graduating, we never had that gap. I mean, an opportunity to bridge the gap between college and organization requirement. So I would say make full utilize this opportunity. Secondly, I would wish you all the best for your future career, and Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to you all. Thank you.
Swamy.
So whatever we have been saying so far, so you are very lucky to be part of ICT, like Shijilal said. So you have to please make full use of it and keep learning both technical and non-technical aspects of it, domain, communication, skill up. So whatever opportunity that you get, please make use of it and scroll less and keep a goal for yourself, because I feel that is one big distraction all of us have. I'm not excluding myself from it. We think it is a relaxant for us, but actually it is an addictive, dopamine addictor. So please try to stay away from this. Try to create a regime for ourselves wherein you put away the phone in another room, or try to stay away from distraction and just focus on what you have to do. So set a goal and achieve it. All the best to all of you. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Ram.
Yeah, thank you. First of all, for inviting me here. And yeah, like they said, you guys are actually really lucky to have a place like this and learn new stuffs and having an interaction. Maybe I really don't know whether we have helped you in any of the way, but in my career, I haven't seen something like this. So I would like to really much appreciate ICT Academy on that. And yeah, thank you for inviting me here as well. Thanks, guys. Wish you all the best.
Okay, thank you, Ram, Soumya, Shachi, and Shane. As a closing remark, we've heard a lot of pointers. I would like to close it with another incident that is from the recent times. Hope that if you play cricket or watch cricket, you recently watched a tournament where India won the Asia Cup tournament, and there was actually there was a thing like the broadcasters wanted the Indian players to write something inside a card before this tournament started. So they collected some manifestation from all the players. And finally, at the end of the tournament, they opened it. India won the tournament, and finally, in the last session, and they opened it up and start reading. And I am not going to say everything. I'm picking one thing written by a cricket player called Rinku Singh. And what he had written in the card around 30 days before was, I will be hitting the winning run for India. That was his manifestation, and he hit the winning run for India. And out of the 4 or 5 successful manifestations, this was one of the manifestation. My like most interesting thing is, do you know how many matches he played and how many balls he played? Anyone who is very cricket followers? Yeah. He played only one match and he played only one ball. He was kept out of the tournament and he got an opportunity to play the final match. And if you wanted to write the manifestation, you will be having the belief that you will be in the team in the finals. And also the team should be batting second, and then only he should be able to hit the winning run. And that happened, that manifestation, he had it in mind, and finally it came true. So you always do some kind of manifestation, and then like Soumya said, like keep chasing your dream and you can be successful. And wishing you all the best, and thank you once again.
Thank you to our moderator and panelists for sharing such valuable industry insights. We now proceed to the certificate distribution for the DSA B7 batch. Participants are requested to join us on stage. Before we move on to the next section, we have a small token of gratitude to our esteemed panelists. To do the honors, I would like to invite Mr. Muralidharan Manningal, Mr. Riji N. Das, Mr. Sri Kumar, Head of Retail Operations Unit, on stage. We welcome you, sirs. To formally conclude the program, we invite Mrs. Samida Fatima Ershad, guest participant, to deliver the vote of thanks.
Good afternoon, everyone. As we come to the conclusion of AspireX Industry Readiness Panel discussion, it is my privilege to propose the vote of thanks on behalf of the organizing team. First and foremost, I extend our heartfelt gratitude to Mr. Muralidharan Manningal, CEO of ICTAK, for his inspiring keynote address and continued leadership in nurturing industry-ready talent. Your vision and insights have truly set the direction for today's discussions. I would like to express my sincere appreciation to Mr. Riji N. Das, Head Knowledge Office, for expertly moderating the panel discussion and guiding an engaging and insightful exchange of ideas. My special thanks to our esteemed panelist, Mr. Narayana Swamy K, Associate Architect, Reflections Infosystems, Ms. Soumya Mani, Delivery Manager, USD, Mr. Shin MB, Human Resource Manager, Nissan Digital India LLP, Mr. Shajilal Aziz, Director of Information Technology, Guidehouse. Thank you for generously sharing your experiences, perspectives, and practical insights which have provided immense value to our participants. I would also like to thank Ms. Hima Sebastian for delivering an impactful expert session on presentation techniques and professional communication, which added great value to today's program. A special note of appreciation goes to Mr. Gautam Surendran for delivering the welcome address and setting the tone for the panel discussion segment. I would also like to acknowledge and thank our MCs, Mr. Ashish A. and Mr. Alan Sebastian, for anchoring the event with confidence, clarity, and professionalism, ensuring a smooth flow throughout the program. My heartfelt thanks to the organizing team, coordinators, volunteers, and all those who have worked behind the scenes to make this event a success. Finally, I thank all the participants for their active presence, enthusiasm, and engagement, which truly made AspireX inspiring growth and transformation a meaningful experience. Thank you all and wishing you continued growth and success.